Houston, Texas. Gary, you're up on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Dr. Savage, what people need to understand about us in the black community is we should not teach this lifestyle because it's not conducive for us. We're already dying of gang violence. We already have this thing where we have this thing in our community, the down low brothers. We got brothers come in prison. It's too much going on, and we cannot be teaching our children that this is the lifestyle that they should embrace when we are the least of all the people. There are people populated. We got more people that are Hispanic. There are people that are white, and we're in the black community. We're dwindling in numbers. And
Gary, well, let me give you a fact that came out in a news story last night. Do you know that 1 out of 4 children in kindergarten in America is of Hispanic descent?
I can believe that. I can believe that.
And this is a result of unbridled illegal immigration. But let's put that aside for the moment. You raise an issue I had never heard discussed before, by the way, as to why the black community is opposed to homosexual marriage. It's also true that the black community is fundamentally very conservative, isn't it?
That's correct. We're very conservative. And what it is, Dr. Savage, we have a lot of black women here are looking for husbands. And we got too many questionable guys. Either they're in jail, they're dead, they're down low brothers where they swing both ways. They marry a woman and sleep with a man without anyone knowing about it. And so, therefore, what is happening is the choices for the black women are dwindling. And the frustration of us is we're having people telling us we need to embrace something that is going to destroy us. And so
Gary, that's very interesting. That's an argument I've never heard on the major networks for obvious reasons. They would never permit a man like you to express his opinion, which is, of course, why the talk radio, the medium of talk radio, is so darn important. I'm surprised Obama doesn't understand that. Actually, I do know he understands it, which is why he's been attacking talk radio, because he understands it gives people like you the power to express your point of view, which, frankly, I never heard before, Gary. I thought I had heard every argument. I hadn't. I had never heard that argument.
And that's the thing I wanted to bring to the surface, Dr. Savage, because we're in the black community. We don't have nobody speaking our voice. We have people speaking about black issues on what's racism, but nobody's talking about the underlying thing that a lot of black women are going through. We got young boys with their pants hanging down their waistline between their kneecaps and their thighs, and so therefore what is happening
Gary, sidetrack. I was eating a taco for lunch today, and I saw white boys aping that, wearing pants down below their buttocks. Can you explain to me, am I wrong in interpreting that? Isn't that a jailhouse thing where the pants hang down when the belt is taken away? Isn't that where that got picked up?
That's where it all originated from. It is definitely from the jailhouse. That was just saying.
Now, why would a young boy, a white boy in particular, want to ape that behavior? What in the world are they saying when they walk around holding their pants up that's falling off their behind? What is that?
Well,
I look at kids like this and I shake my head and say, that's going to pay my Social Security when that thing works? That creature's incapable of holding up his own pants.
But see, what they're saying to the black, when you got white guys do that, they're trying to say, I understand you in the black community. I'm part of who you are. I'm part of the struggle. I'm part of the ghetto. It's a trend now to say that I'm from the hood. It's a trend now to say that I come up hardcore. It's a trend now to say that I got street credit because...
I see. So they're acting like they're tough and they've been in prison? That's why they walk around with their pants underneath their behind?
Well, that comes from the rap industry. The rap industry glorifies this, and so what they do is they want to imitate what they see. It's just imagery. That's all it is. And
it's frightening. It's just frightening to think this is an entire generation that's so lost. Well, Gary, you made an amazing point that the black community is opposed to gay marriage because the black community in particular is in such a perilous state as a result of a low birth rate, a low marriage rate, a low rate of family to begin with, that this is the last thing you'd want to teach the young children.
Dr. Savage, I want to make this one more point to bring this to surface. And another reason is the black community is tired of everybody else getting their rights. And, let's use illegal immigrants, for instance. The police can't touch them. They get special privileges, but yet black people are always getting beat up by police and thrown in jail for just about anything, and then the gays can't be touched, but yet a black man can be so far brutalized by police. And so black people look at that as, hey, wait a minute, the civil rights movement for us, we marched for it, but everybody else has benefited except us, and we're still talking about the same thing, and that is brutality, racism.
Well, Gary, on the topic of gay marriage, though, I don't want to diminish what you just said because I can't comment on it. I don't know the data on that. But I do know the data on this. In San Francisco, when 800 priests and ministers marched against gay marriage, they were black, they were Chinese. Do you know that the news media did not cover that? 800 minority Christian preachers marched on City Hall and said we're opposed to homosexual marriage. The vermin in the media here covered that up.